Hi, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Alicia Anise, and I am happy that you are here. Yay! And shout out to you all for being here. I saw Easier with Meg here earlier. Virgo Barb, welcome. Hi. Hi, Powerful Majesty. Welcome. Let me know if you can hear me, if everything's good. Yeah. Okay. So today I am grateful. I am excited. I am happy. And so we're going to sit and talk about gratitude, but also I hope to be able to make music. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully everything's working. And also there's a thunderstorm happening outside my window. So if I lose connection, you know what happened. And we'll just go from there. So hopefully I get to say everything I need to say and we can make some music before the electricity goes out. Okay. So welcome everybody. Yay. All right. So the question I have for you today is, what are you grateful for? And if you could, please share your answers in the chat. I would love to hear what you're grateful for today. I am grateful for a few things. So the first thing I want to say is that I released music. I released music on Tuesday officially. And hey, Wing Wolf 500. Awesome. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so yes, I released music on Tuesday, unofficially, but officially on Bandcamp. And this project was fully funded and supported by, hi, the creative one. Welcome. By folks who just wanted to support me. So at the beginning of April or the middle of April, I was running this, campaign where if people joined my Patreon, if people donated between that time and May 25th, and really after that, then I added their names on the front of the art for my next project. And so, as you all know, I'm working on an album. And and that's going to take some time to create. So if we're talking like full in the studio, recording, mixing, mastering, all that good stuff, writing, it's going to take a little bit of time. Yay! Hi, Marcus. Welcome. It's going to take some time. And so I was like, well, I don't want people to wait until, next year to get this album. I want them to still have music in the meantime. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I put together mixtapes or EPs, right? Little collections of the loops that I create, because I'm in my room creating loops and I'm just like, they're just sitting here. They're just collecting dust. I'm sharing them with some folks, like I shared it on my Patreon. And I'm like, you know what? Let's put those songs together and actually share music while I'm leading up to the album, while I'm creating, while I'm recording, mixing and all that stuff. So from that time to now, people joined. And so people joined and people also donated, which I didn't even say anything about, like, hey, if you donate, but people really sent me funds to support my vision, to support my dream. And so I want to start out this stream by thanking all of you, all the people who donated and all the people who couldn't donate. I see you too. I appreciate your support, your kind words, your generosity. It doesn't go unnoticed, but I do want to be able to shout out folks by name. So bear with me for a little bit. Folks by name who donated, supported, gave, because it's not just the people who gave on Patreon. It's not just those people. It's also people who gave to my Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi, K-O-F-I. It's also people who just donated out the kindness of their heart, people who gave super chats, people who also, I have a membership now on YouTube. That's a whole other thing. We'll get to that in a second. But before we talk about gratitude, I just want to express my gratitude for these people. So let me share my screen. Let's see, share screen. Okay. Ooh, window. Okay, let's do it that way. Share. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. I don't know if y'all can make out the names, but I'm going to try to say these names out loud. So this project that I just released, and I actually shared it this morning, so you can go and listen to that. It's like the whole collection of the first EP and the mixtape. It's this whole collection is about mourning, right? Mourning and feeling good and feeling vibrant. Affirmations you're supposed to speak over yourself in the morning. And so I'm really excited about this project. So I wanted to share. So Carla Walker, Deanna Rhodes, Shadow, Ryan, Ade, Marcus, shout out to Marcus, I see you. Donna Pinkney, Valerie, Jacqueline, Joy, D Walker, Alicia, AKBB, Shanice, Kelly, Trisha, Laura, Grace, Raina, Sam, Peaceful Existence, Amadi, Lindsay, Candace, Jessica, Jess, Kimberly, Denise, DJ Nate Jeezy, Samantha, Not That Vashti, Candace, Sean, Shayna, Dina, Sia, Barbara, Gossip Girl 2012, Bibliofro, Donita, Krishanda, Paris, Lydia, Guarne Marie, sorry. You are famous. Look at you. I butchered that name. Please forgive me. Lost my place. Okay. Rock or ROC. Gino from Micro Chop. Uncle Jackie, my uncle. Shout out to him. Latora, Gwendol, excuse me. Candace, Belinda, Book of Camille, Auntie Lou, Dolce, Tay, Natalie, Easier Said with Meg. Shout out to you. I see you in here. Powerful Majesty, DJ Blue Jazz, Stephanie, Plenty of Chocolate, Lady Ados, Black Neurodivergent Mom, The Dark Nate, AJ's Road Trippin', Anik, let's see, Calligraphy Arts, Monique Lewis, Black Motivus, Tess from the US, Nurse K, She, Denise, Marissa, Shaughnessy, and Brittany O. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you. You all help this thing happen and help it come true. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, thank you to all the people who support me in other ways, leaving comments, just offering kind words, showing up here tonight. I really appreciate you. And I see you. So gratitude. So I have been doing this thing. Yeah. That is a lot of people. Thank you. And I'm very happy. I was actually really surprised that so many people wanted to support me. Because this is the thing, y'all. As an artist, a lot of people, just being honest, a lot of people don't value art. A lot of people don't value the artistic process. They don't value, but really they do, but they don't value the artistic process. They think that it's just like, oh, it's easy, let's just get it done. But it takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, lived experiences. And these people saw fit to just want to support me. And a lot of them, I asked them like, what do you want to get in the Patreon? And they're just like, we're just here to support you. And I'm like, okay. So that really means a lot to me, that I don't have to like crawl on my hands and knees and beg for support. So I really appreciate that. And so as an artist, I never want to miss an opportunity to thank people who support me, because I know that I am not self-made. There's no such thing as self-made artists. People are because of the people that support them. And so I see you, I support you. Y'all whose name I recognize in the chat, that y'all be here every time I go live. Like, it really means a lot to me. Let's see. Erica, hi Erica, says, I love supporting you, and can you post the link now to give? Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Thank you, because I be forgetting to ask. So I'm going to share 2 links. So the first one is my Patreon, and then the second one is where you can just donate if you want to donate, like a one-time thing. So that's the Patreon link. And then this is if you want to make a one-time donation. Copy and paste. All right. Yay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll share other ways that you can collaborate with me, even if you don't want to give me money. Because I'll get to that later. Anyway, so yes, I'm really grateful for people being here and supporting me. So I have been starting this practice in the morning, a part of my morning routine where I pray, right? I pray in the morning. And the first thing that I do is give thanks, right? And so there's a scripture that says, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise, right? And so I go in there like, thank you. Like, let me go into this space where I'm praying and venting and all these things. Well, let me start with gratitude. Let me start with saying thank you, right? Because there's so many things that we just take for granted just in our everyday lives. We're so used to them that we think that we'll always have them. And a lot of times it's not until we either experience illness or loss or like some devastating thing that we were like, dang, I wish I still had this thing, right? Like, we don't really realize what we're missing until it's gone. It's a cliche, but it's true. And so like, I will write down anything, right? Like, I'm thankful for my fingernails, for my eyelashes, like things that we take for granted. Imagine if you didn't have fingernails. Imagine if you couldn't scratch, right? Imagine if you couldn't pick something open, right? Like, imagine and some people don't have eyelashes, right? To be fair, but our eyelashes serve a purpose. They protect our eyes from like falling debris and oil. Sometimes the oil still gets in my eyes, but I'm still grateful for those things, right? And so I want to make sure that I'm going in here saying thank you. And even if I wake up in a bad mood, if I wake up, frustrated or pissed off, like when I'm giving thanks, it really changes my mindset. It changes my demeanor and it changes my perspective. Like, it's no longer just like, everything sucks, everything is horrible. It really changes my perspective and I have more joy in my morning, right? When I'm saying thank you. And a lot of times I only mean to write 5 things I'm thankful for. The page keeps going. Thank you so much for a sunny day. Thank you so much for the birds chirping outside. Thank you so much for breath in my lungs. Thank you so much for movement, like the movement of my body, right? Thank you so much for circulation. Thank you so much for healing. Like, if I hurt myself or if my stomach was upset the night before, because I do be getting upset. Like, thank you that I'm waking up and my stomach doesn't hurt, right? Thank you so much. And so I've been really trying to focus on gratitude. First of all, I've been trying to focus on joy. I've been trying to focus on joy in my life. And that starts with being thankful for what I already have. And so the last video I talked about just getting started, going, talking about starting our new endeavors, talking about chasing our dreams, and how a lot of us are convincing ourselves that we don't have what we need to get going, but we should be grateful for and thankful for what we already have access to, because a lot of times we're taking those things for granted. Thank you for the internet. Thank you for a computer, right? Like, I'm thankful for the ability to see, the ability to read, right? Some people can't read. Can you imagine like going through life not being able to read? People do it every day, obviously, but like we have the privilege of being able to read, to understand. Some people can't comprehend things. Some people can't comprehend speech. Like, there's so many things that we take for granted. And I just want to make sure that we're actually taking time to be grateful for, or expressing gratitude towards the things that we are grateful for. We can even thank ourselves, right? Like, one of the things I wrote in one of these mornings in the past days was like, thank you, body, for taking care of me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for keeping me safe. Thank you for healing me, right? Because as a woman, I struggle with self-image issues, right? And I'm still trying to work through that. And it came with years and years of like putting myself down, or other people making fun of me, all these other things. So it's going to take time. But like I'm changing the way that I look at my body as this thing to be consumed by other people, and making it and actually focusing on the miracle that my body actually is, right? So I have a song called Body Beautiful. And in this song, I'm like, oh, my body's a miracle, right? Like, my body is a miracle. Oh, my body's a miracle, right? And it's like, my body is beautiful, because just think of all the things our body is doing while we're existing. It's breathing without us telling it to breathe. The heart is thumping without us telling our heart to thump. The mind is working, we're blinking and we don't even realize we're blinking. Like, just so many things we're taking for granted. And all our body wants to do is to love us and keep us safe. But so often we tear down our bodies. We point out the things that are wrong with it. We say, oh, this is too fat, or this is too thin, or this stretch mark here, this dimple here, this cellulite here, this mole here, right? And so like we're focusing on all the things that are physically, that physically don't fit the world's version of what beautiful is. But the whole makeup of the body is beautiful. The whole like creation of the body is beautiful. The whole system of how the body works is mind-blowing. People go to school for years to study the body, and they're still amazed. There's still more things to learn, right? There's still more things to appreciate about our bodies. Like, our bodies grow and they stretch, and they hold the soul that we have inside of us. But we're too busy pointing out like, oh, I don't like my hair, or I don't like the color of my eyes, or I don't know. I don't like my stretch marks. And it's like, girl, like, or guy, right? Like, your stretch marks, like the beauty of your body being able to stretch. All stretch marks mean is that either you were skinny and you got heavier, or you were heavy and you got skinny, right? Like, and so that in itself is a miracle. Like, you're not popping, you know what I'm saying? You're not exploding. Your body is stretching and making room for you. Even my hair. I had this whole thing about my hair, about the grade of my hair. It's like, whatever. Black women and their hair, you already know. And so I was writing out like, thank you hair for keeping me warm. Thank you for curling into each other. Thank you for hugging my scalp, right? Like, thank you for wanting to be close to me. Like, changing the language we speak about ourselves and other people and other things, right? Even spending money. I don't like spending money, okay? And a lot of that is because of trauma, money trauma. But I feared spending money because I'm like, dang, this is less money I'm gonna have, right? This is coming out the bank account. But I'm like, thank you, God, that I have money to spend. Thank you that I actually can pay my bills, right? Like, I'm annoyed, but thank you that I can pay my bills, because some people can't pay their bills, right? Like, thank you for these, even the problems we have. And I'm not trying to be super positive, or like, because there are some things that are just obnoxious and harmful, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ability to make a choice. Like, thank you for the ability to have choices. Thank you for the ability that I get to choose where I want to go today, that I get to choose what I'm doing, because there are some people who don't have that choice, right? So really changing the narrative around how we look at things, ourselves and other people. Thank you that this person is here. Thank you that they exist. Like, there are so many people in my life that I'm like, God, did you fashion them just for me? Like, I am so grateful. Obviously not, right? But I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of their lives. I get to hear them laugh. I get to benefit from their life. I get to benefit from their stories, their experiences, their love, right? Because they don't have to love me. Love is a choice. They choose to love me. And so I'm grateful for them. And I know that I need to be more vocal about that, because I want them to know how grateful I am to have them in my life. And while some people get like really uncomfortable with stuff like that, like they're like, it's not that serious. I think it's that serious. I think it's that serious because a lot of times we don't realize how much we appreciate something again until it's gone. And I don't want us to do that. I want to be grateful for the fresh air, the scent of the sea breeze coming off the ocean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, grateful for a deep breath. Like, take a deep breath and feel how good that feels. Like that's so grounding. And it's like, and Jamal just said, gratitude is healing. It is. Gratitude is healing. And it's a tool that we don't use often enough. Like, it's really easy, I feel like, to complain about everything. It's really easy to say, I don't have enough of this. It's really easy to be like, dang, I wish I had X, Y, and Z, and look over the things we've already been gifted, like breath, like choice, like sight, like, and it's not an ableist way, right? But like for the things that we have access to, for touch, the fact that we can feel different textures, right? There are some people, even for pain, right? And not like someone causing me harm, but thank you that my body will send me signals that something is wrong. Because there are people who cannot feel pain, and that's dangerous. There are people who can break their legs, they will feel nothing. And they'll be walking on a broken leg or a fractured limb without even knowing, right? And so like the ability to experience pain, even in our bodies saying, hey, something's wrong, something's not right. Like I have IBS and I cannot do milk. I can't do milk. I can't do it. It's really annoying, but I'm glad that my body can tell me that this is not working, right? I'm glad my body can tell me, girl, we don't like this, right? And it sucks while you're going through it, but I'm grateful that my body can send me those signals and those messages. Or pleasure, right? Pleasurable feelings, a hug, like drinking cold water on a hot day. Like these are little experiences that we experience in our life that we take for granted. We're just like, whatever. There are some people who don't have cold water. There are some people who don't have clean water. There are some people who don't know what it's like to feel the feeling of a shower. I love shower on the back of my neck. That is like, top tier feelings. But like we tend to, again, overlook all these things because of the privileges we have, because we're so used to them. And I think that we should be more intentional about showing gratitude to things and for people. Cause yeah. So again, I am not self-made. I am not just Alicia because I'm Alicia. I am Alicia because I am around other people, because I am supported. And so I want to make sure that I'm showing my appreciation. Like there's some of y'all watching, 24 of y'all watching right now. Y'all don't got to be watching this. Y'all could be doing anything else. There are a lot of things going on YouTube today or Facebook or whatever it is, right? But you what is it? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, right? And I appreciate you, and I see you, and I appreciate you. Hi, Carla. Welcome. I just shouted you out. You were the first person I thanked for, let's see if I can show my screen again, for supporting my project. And also, Carla was the first person to actually support my Patreon. So shout out to you, okay? You made me feel like anything was possible. But yes, there's your name. Yay. All right. Okay, so let me get back to my notes. Okay, so the definition of gratitude, right? And y'all know I love definitions. Marcus says, yes, heart thumping. Absolutely. Like, and I don't have to tell my heart to thump. I don't say heart thump. I don't have to like physically, contract and expand my heart. It does it by itself, And so I'm grateful that it does it by itself, because some people's heart can't do it. Some people have to be attached to a machine to make their heart pump, right? So we really got to focus on what we have access to. Hey, yeah, shout out to Carla. I wish I had horns, but yeah. Yay. Okay, so yes. So the definition of gratitude, to show appreciation of something, right? And so I'm like, okay, appreciation, right? When I think of appreciation, I think of something rising in value, something rising in value, right? So something appreciates over time, right? That kind of example. Carla says, I'm so happy that I woke up in time to catch you all. Yay! We're happy that you're here. Welcome. Hi, Marissa. I hope I'm saying that right. Marissa, I think. New subby here. Welcome. Been enjoying your content. Very grateful for the jewels. Oh, yay! Thank you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Hi, Michelle. New subscriber here and thankful for you. Thank you. I'm thankful for you. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to y'all. Okay, yes. Okay, so when something appreciates in value, right, it means that more value is added to that thing. So like, I think of stocks. I think of what do you call it? What do people buy? Like valuables, that's not the right word, but something in like an heirloom or something will appreciate over time, because it's like, it's old, right? It's old and it's like an antique. And so now it's appreciating in value. And I think that when we express gratitude towards things, people, experiences, places, our body, in our minds, we raise the value that we have for that thing, right? So it's like, again, waking up in the morning, thank you for a deep breath. Thank you for that stretch. Oh, that felt great, right? Thank you for activity of my limbs. Thank you for the dreams I had last night. Thank you that I can hear the trees outside my window. Thank you for the fresh air. Like me and Marcus were just talking about that, right? Okay, yes. Thank you, Marcus. Like home, your home appreciation values. Absolutely. And yeah, Jamal said like crypto appreciation value. So these things, like you see them, there's like an uptick that's happening, right? And so the more that we focus on the things that we're grateful for, the higher the value of those things become. And I found that when I am expressing gratitude for even my body, right? For my body healing itself and healing me and holding me and trying to keep me safe and doing all the things, taking the fats from the food and moving it to my body, for even gaining weight. Even gaining weight, it's like your body is hoarding the food that you eat for later, right? It's like, hey, and though we might not like it, it's doing its job. Your body's doing its job. It's processing the nutrients from your food, right? So those things. And so instead of tearing down my body or depreciating, right, allowing my body to depreciate in value in my mind, if I'm focused on what I'm grateful for my body, it appreciates. The way that I'm thinking about my body is not just for, again, I'm not thinking about it for public consumption for everybody else. I'm thinking about it as in like, no, my body is a miracle. Like my body is working. I'm sweating right now, right? My body is working because it wants to cool me down. It's like, girl, what's going on? Send some sweat, right? Like this is what I'm grateful for. And so when I'm focused on these things, it changes my mindset from, again, degrading my body, from talking down to myself, from being so hard on myself, to giving myself grace, giving myself love, right? And me and Marcus were talking earlier about like just diets, like how we're so, like we can be so hard on our bodies. I was trying to do a juice diet, y'all. I was trying to do a juice diet, and by not even a whole day. Was it a whole day? Maybe a whole day. I was on the phone with Marcus like, I really don't want to do this. and he's basically like, why do you have to? Why do you have to do this? Like, why do you feel like you have to do this? And when I really thought about it, it's like when I'm doing a juice diet or a juice cleanse, I think, for some healing and stuff like that, I was having stomach issues. And I thought that the less that I ate, the less friction against my stomach. And so the healthier it'll be. That was just my logic. I'm not a nutrition. I don't know if that's true. But that was just my logic. And I was also like, well, I can also lose some weight if I do this juice diet, right? And so when he asked me that question, like, but why? Why do we have to do this? And I'm really thinking to myself, like, why am I being hard on my body? My body is just trying to do what it needs to do. Maybe I can eat things. And so he was saying like food is healing, right? I don't need to deprive my body of food. I need to give it the right food to heal it. I need to be gentle with my body, right? I need to help it. I need to aid it in healing. And I can't do that by starving myself, right? I can't do that by treating myself poorly, because if in my mind I think badly about my body, everything I do is going to be unhealthy. Everything I do is going to be toxic to myself. Like, no, like I can eat meals like, you know what? Let me just eat better to heal my stomach. Let me just eat better to heal my body. Let me think better thoughts about my body instead of being like, something's wrong with it. I gotta change it. It's like, or we can accept it, celebrate it, and give it what it needs to thrive. Right? And I think that's a different perspective to have when we're coming to our body, things, people, all those kinds of things. Epic Tell, hi. Grateful for you, sis. Just turn in for a sec. Please check me in your email. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Welcome. If you got to go, it's fine. Usually we do Monday nights. I'll be honest. I wasn't feeling it. I was tired. I was exhausted. We were in North Carolina all weekend and we came back and I was like, I'm just very tired. So I appreciate y'all being here with me on Wednesday. Yes. Okay. All right, so we're blind, right? We're blind to the things that we have around us that we should be grateful for, right? We're blind to it. We allow those things to depreciate. We are unwilling to celebrate the magic that happens in our everyday life. The rain falling, that's beautiful to me. Like it's raining right now. So the fact that rain falls and it doesn't fall all together, like the water just doesn't pour out the clouds, right? The water, it falls one raindrop at a time. To me, that's beautiful. And the sound of it, right? The cleansing feeling you have when you listen to rain or when you're sitting in the rain. You don't like, these are things that we take for granted. The falling snow, the wind blowing through the trees. And I feel like in order to express gratitude or to be more grateful for what we have in our lives, we have to be still. We have to be quiet. We have to be observant, right? Because this world is so busy. We're always on the go. We're always on to the next thing. We're always prioritizing things that really don't matter in the long run, to be quite honest. We're we're always distracted. That's the word I'm looking for. We're distracted. And so when we're distracted, we're unable, lightning. So again, if I lose connection, y'all know what happened. But we're always distracted. And so when we are distracted, we're unable to recognize the beauty that is all around us. We're unable to be grateful for what we have. Y'all hear that? We're unable to be grateful for what we have because we're too focused on what we don't have, or what's happening outside of us, or what's happening on our screens, or, you know what I'm saying? Like we're always distracted. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Hi, Alicia in chat. I've been watching you for a few months. This is my first live. Hey, welcome. Happy that you're here. Peace and blessings to all. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you. Carla says, Alicia, you're very welcome. I long to do even more. Aw, I appreciate you. Literally, God called and I answered. That makes me really happy. I'm grateful I was still during my healing and I could hear your dream, need, and more. Thank you so much, Carla. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you. You're like one of the OGs. Okay, so I appreciate you. Hi, Maya. Maya says, it's so funny you're talking about rain and we're having a thunderstorm here too. Okay, yeah, it's thunderstorming too. So this might be a short live because internet might go out. But yes. So again, try to be still. So in the morning, I put on jazz. I put on morning jazz in the morning. I open my window and I sit for a second, right? And I really think about this, like, because it's really easy just to say, like, thank you for life. Thank you for breath. I'm thankful for movement of my body, like the things that we hear on a daily basis. But really, when you take time to be still and actually ask yourself, what am I grateful for? And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes there are seasons where I don't feel grateful for anything because it feels like everything around me is horrible, right? And so I tap into the smallest things, right? Thank you for breath. Thank you for feeling. Thank you for, I don't know, water, like, basic things. And it's okay if what you're thankful for is basic. Everything doesn't have to be so poetic. And sometimes you don't feel it. Sometimes it feels like you're forcing yourself to be thankful for something. And that's okay. That's the human experience. It's normal. But take time in the morning. I would suggest you take time in the morning, be still, be quiet, tap in with your body, tap in with the world around you, and really think about what you're grateful for. I love the sound of nature. Me and Marcus were talking about that too. The sound of nature, like how healing it is, right? And so I have playlists on Spotify that I play in the morning if I can't hear nature outside. But like going for a walk, sometimes just going for a quiet walk, not listening to anything, not talking to anyone, observing, seeing, right? And I'll be grateful for a squirrel that makes me laugh, or one of those cute birds that like hop across on their little legs. Also love robins. Robins are so funny to me. How they run across and they look up, they run across and they look up and they turn and they look at you and I talk to them and then they run away. Little things like that, like little experiences. And I think about there's this video of this child. Let me see if I can find it. A video of a child who experienced rain for the first time. Let me pull it up. Maybe I could play it here. I hope. But there's a child who experienced rain for the first time, right? And the wonder that comes across her face, right? Like she's really sitting in the rain going, wow, the rain. And for us, like we see rain as a nuisance, right? We see rain as something that's in the way of where we're trying to go, where we're trying to get to, or we don't want to run out there, right? We're just like, ugh, this is so annoying. I hate the rain, right? And this little child is sitting there in awe and wonder of like, wow, water is falling from the sky. Like just being in the moment, right? And so for us, I think it's really important for us to change our perspective of how we look at things, how we consume things, how we see things. We can look at rain as a nuisance, or we could look at rain as something necessary, because California is experiencing a drought. They don't have water, right? Like we have a surplus of water on the East Coast. You see what I'm saying? Like water is refreshing, it is healing, it is nourishing, it is magical. Again, I don't understand how rain, and again, I know there might be some scientists in the chat, but I don't understand how rain falls one drop at a time. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, wouldn't it just fall out altogether? But no, the beauty of it, the sound of it, the sound of rain on cars reminds me of Jurassic Park. Random fact, but every time I hear rain on a car, I think of Jurassic Park when the kids are in the Jeep and you see the water shaking. When you see the water shaking with the T-Rex walking towards the car. I'm grateful for those memories because that feels like home, right? Even though people were being eaten up, but it feels like home. I I love the sound of rain. It's refreshing, and again, it's easier to go to sleep, right? Like there's so many things that we could look at that we're just like, oh, this is annoying, or we can choose to see the benefit, the beauty of that thing. So let me see if I can find this video. Girl sees rain for the first time. And when I tell you yes, here it is. Okay. When I tell you every time I see this, I just want to cry. Like, and if I cry, it's okay. It's so beautiful. So here we go. I know. Random. I know, the T-Rex. But yes, every time I hear rain on a car, I'm like, Jurassic Park. Okay, here we go. Let me share the screen with y'all. Share. And let me know if you can hear it too, because, yeah. Share screen. I think I can do sound. Okay. Window. Okay, you're going to see me. It's going to like do something, but. Like, I don't know if I can hear the rain right now, but that's what it sounds like right now. Okay, let's see. Share. Okay. All right, got it. Let's see if I can make myself small. Oh, okay. So hopefully you can see this. Okay, let me know if you can hear the audio too. Here we go.
Kaden! 야, 재밌어? 와, 미래! 아, 차가워! 빨리! 아, 차가워! Oh my god! Oh my god! Get her!
First time touching rain.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
How does it feel, baby? Kiki.
Here, this is called rain. It's raining. Wow.
Put the umbrella on it. There's umbrella. 조심해. 재밌어?
All right, so yes. Okay, so every time I see that video, I cry. Because it's just like, how, I feel like we need to become, oh, Cece, hi Cece, says adults need to have more joy and wonder like a child in their lives. The world will be a better place. I agree. And I feel like that's why I moved to tears, right? Like just think about like when you come into the world, what it must be like to experience rain or love or like beauty for the first time, colors for the first time. Like, what is that, right? Like, what are colors? Like, there's so many. Yes, tissue, absolutely. Like, there are so many things that we take for granted and the beauty we miss because we're so adult. We're so busy. We're so important. We're so entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're so removed from the beauty of this world. And I feel like the beauty is here for us to appreciate and for us to treasure and to see it. And so as you know, I'm a Christian, right? So I believe that God like created all this stuff. That's just my belief. If you don't believe it, that's fine. But I believe that he created all this stuff. But I also believe that God created this stuff so that we can experience his beauty. We can experience the joy. Like just imagine if you created a whole world or a work of art, right? And somebody kept walking past it. Like you put your heart and your soul into this art. And people kept walking past it like, oh, this is stupid. This is annoying. Ugh, this is ugly, right? We would feel away. We would feel away. And even little things like bees, yellow jackets, things that have stung me, right? They have a purpose, but I don't like them because they hurt. But I'm sure that it was created for a reason. And so I think that we can see, if we choose to open our eyes to see, if we choose to take the time to really see the beauty of things, right? Or even understand how things work. I feel like then we become, again, more childlike. And I feel like when we become more childlike, we become more joyful. Kids get happy over the smallest things. Kids get like, oh my God, like, what is the video where the kid got like an avocado for Christmas? And he's like, oh my gosh, thank you, an avocado, right? And we'd be like, ugh, girl, an avocado? But again, like, where'd this avocado come from, right? Like, just thinking about like all that stuff that we just don't have the willingness or the capacity for gratitude of these things, like, makes us miss our lives, makes us miss the beauty of our lives. Like, there's so much beauty and wonder in nature, in ourselves, in other people, right? One of my favorite songs is Black Folks Laughing. It is one of my favorite sounds, not songs, it could be a song, I guess. One of my favorite sounds is Black Folks Laughing because it is infectious, it is healing, it is joyous, right? It is celebratory, but it's also like the story of joy in spite of, right? And so for me, when I hear Black folks laughing, I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for laughter. Those belly laughters that like you're crying, like your stomach hurts, like these things that we take for granted. And I just want us to make sure that we're actually being intentional about expressing gratitude in our lives for the things that we have, for the things we experience, for the people we get to experience, because people are a gift. Even people can be annoying, but people can also be lovely. People can also be supportive and encouraging. And like I said earlier in this live, like, thank you to all these people who've been supporting me over all this time. Like, I don't take that for granted because you don't have to. You don't have to, but people choose to anyway. Okay. So Jamal says, CC agreed. The culture we're in definitely suppresses that childlike wonder at times. It's sad. Yeah. And Jamal and I were talking earlier about that. How even this idea, like when we were kids, like how exciting everything was, how excited we were to play outside, how big everything seemed until we got older, like until we matured and like, oh, we can't be excited about this stuff anymore because it's frivolous or it's childish, right? This word that we use, right? Oh, girl, don't be excited about that. Why not? Why not be excited about the rain? Or I love watching leaves change and even understanding. Like, we can even learn things from nature, like leaves, letting go of the leaves. Like, yeah, people say like, oh, there's this phrase that says the trees are showing us how beautiful it is to let things go. But even this idea of how trees let go of their leaves because they don't have the capacity to keep them alive anymore, right? So like there's less sunlight in the fall and winter, there's less warmth. And so to keep these leaves alive would require a lot of energy, right? It would require a lot of energy to keep these things alive. And so leaves are there like, oh, let me catch the sunlight, right? But there's no sunlight. So the trees are teaching us like, okay, thank you so much, leaves. You're beautiful. I appreciate you, but I don't have the capacity for this anymore. We can learn things from nature, from people, from places, from experiences, if we just took time to just listen, to watch, to appreciate. If we lived our lives in a slow way, if we lived our lives slowly, we would soak up all the beauty there is in this life. That's just my, yeah, that video was always, my heart. Carla says, love this. Thank you for being random, caring, and always sharing these gems with us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And thank you for appreciating my randomness. That means a lot to me. Yes, agree. Absolutely. Erica says, after watching that, I'm praying, Lord, let me always live in the wonder of you. Absolutely. And same, right? And same. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Erica. That's beautiful. CC said 100. Yes. Hi, Dana. Dana says, I purchased roller skates over the pandemic. I enjoy skating as a kid. Now as a 50-year-old woman, I love skating all over again. I love that for you, Dana. I hope I'm saying your name right. Please correct me if I'm not. But yes, I love that for you, Dana. That's beautiful. And I love this trend that I see of people literally picking up hobbies and things that used to bring them joy. And it's trendy now, but I think it's awesome. Like skating, we're always taught to, everything we have to do has to make money, or it has to be productive in a way, or it has to like be adult and serious, where more people are just like, you know what? I feel like the pandemic taught us a lot of that. Like, no, I need to live for joy. I need to seek out more joy in my life, right? And people are being intentional about that thing. So I don't care if everybody roller skates. I'm here for it. I love it. I'm loving all of it. Like, I'm loving seeing people learning how to skate, being okay with not being good. I think in DC Link Up, if anybody's in the DMV area that wants to learn how to skate, I think it's called DC Link Up. And people get together and learn how to skate and dance to music. And I'm trying to get out there too. I saw some roller skates myself that were like holographic, and I'm like, oh, I want some. So yes, thank you so much, Dana, for sharing that. That's awesome. I love that. I love it. Cece, thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm putting your name down because I'm going to release more music, and your name is going to go on the next project as well. So let me see, Cece. Thank you, Cece. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Thank you for spreading your joy. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Dana. Yes, yes. Oh, hi, Deja. What video? Oh, okay. Well, we showed a video of a child. Let me just share the clip of it. Share the clip of the video. Basically a kid, a little girl experienced rain for the first time, and she was just like in awe and wonder of the rain. If it'll go big. There we go. So I'm play just a little clip of it.
Hi, baby. Take it, baby. Come on, baby. Can 재밌어? 앉지?
So yeah, so that's the video I showed. But basically the whole idea is like, how as a child you're filled with like all this awe and wonder of like everything is new, everything is fresh, everything is like huge, right? Everything is huge to us when we're kids. But as we get older, we lose the, what do you call it? The magic. We lose the magic in our lives because our lives become redundant, or we just get used to things. And so we're trying to be intentional about expressing gratitude for what we have and what we experience, including the rain, including the snow, things that we find a nuisance, or things that we think are, not important. Like these things that we take for granted every single day. Again, thank you for, I said earlier, thank you for fingernails, right? Like, thank you for fingernails that I can scratch things, or I can pry something open. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for teeth. Thank you for teeth that I can chew, that I can consume, right? Like things that we take for granted every single day. So yes, that's basically the video that we showed. So yay, welcome. Hi, Deja. So the Dark Nate, hi, the Dark Nate. This is exactly why when I get successful in my business, I'm gonna invest in more recreation and arts centers in the hood. I love that. Too many prisons and police, not enough play and poetry. Absolutely, and there's a reason why, right? Like they're doing that on purpose. I was watching this video, I forget where it was, maybe in California. Jamal, if you know, correct me, but they were literally like, how they have those exercise places at the park, like where you can exercise and, do stuff. Like, so the cops came and was telling people that they can't come here to exercise anymore. And it was like in a black neighborhood. And so basically they said that they put those exercise places there so kids will have something to do, something productive, not productive, but something beneficial to do instead of like getting involved. And that's done on purpose because if you are involved, right, if you're involved in other things, you don't have time for other stuff. But idle hands, right? So they want people to get caught up in that. So I love that. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's awesome. Yes, yes. I need to get my roller skates now. You've confirmed that I need to do it. Wingwolf 500 says, that sounds fun. I have to look it up. Yes, yes. DC link up if you are in the DMV area. Folks get together, skate, learn together, and it looks like a great time. And I'm trying to get there at some point. Yes, definitely need it. Absolutely, absolutely. Where do you go? Okay. Oh, she got money. Yes, that was very generous of her. Thank you, Cece, again. Yeah, that clip from Quinta is always so funny. A large. It's so funny. But yes, Nina. Hi, Nina. Hey, I caught a live. Yay, been loving your stuff, girl. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Carla says, that's awesome, Dana. I went skating for the first time this year since I was 18 on my sunshine's 18th birthday. That's awesome. How was it, Carla? Please let us know. Skating is so much fun. Me and my mother went ice skating like 4 years ago, maybe. And it was so much fun. And it was so funny because we don't ice skate, right? Like me and her don't ice skate. Like roller skating is fine. Roller blading, I hadn't done it in a long time. But ice skating, it was like, okay, we don't want to fall out here. But it was a great time because we're not trying to be good. I feel like hobbies, the lost art of hobbies is that it takes you out of this need to be perfect at something, out of this need to be good at something, because everything we do doesn't have to be good. Some stuff we can do just for fun, just because we want to. And that's how we, again, bring more joy in our life. And joy is what I'm focusing on, and I'll get to that in a second. But yes, absolutely. Tania, Please correct me. I always enjoy seeing little girls in tutus. Yes. Saw a little black girl in one at the grocery store. That's beautiful. The other day. Gave me so much joy. That's how we are before we are told the rules. Absolutely, right? Like, why can't I, as a grown woman, go out here in my tutu, right? If I have one. I don't have one right now. But why can't I? Because people see that, oh, it's childish, it's whatever. And it's just like, why do y'all suck the life and joy out of everything? Why do we have to do that? Why does everything have to be so serious? Why does everything I do have to be pleasing to other people? I love that. If and when we have kids, I want my children to be able to express themselves how they want to and how they dress and like how they show up, right? Like I want them to be able to run around in our backyard. I have this image of this farm and my kids are just running around with their little froze and chunky little legs, you know what I mean? And just having a great time and not being serious because like, I don't think life has to be that serious. There are obviously serious things about life, but I think sometimes we choose to make our lives way more serious than it has to be. And that sucks the life out of our life. It sucks the joy out of our life. Erica says, yes to the roller skating. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, it jumped. Okay. The Dark Knight says, yeah, bro, it's too many kids here in DC where I'm from that are extremely talented, but it's too poor to do anything. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Like the best talent, like untapped talent is usually in places that are underfunded, right? Like if anybody would just give them the chance, the opportunity, the money, the support, right? Like, yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Cece. Michelle, hi. I walked through my neighbor's sprinklers the other day just because brought back so many memories. I love that. I love that. Let's be kids again. I love it. Okay, that was in New York City that they were taking down yes, it was New York. You're right. Taking down the exercise equipment and like in the playground. And like they're asking the cops, why are you taking the stuff? Like, why can't the kids come here and play and work out? Like, why can't they do something constructive? Why are you demonizing them for being constructive? You know? So yeah, I feel like that stuff is done on purpose. Alicia, when sharing your ways to support, don't forget to include your Cash App in the chats as well. Thank you so much, Carla. I definitely will. So let me type in here. Y'all always get me together because I'd be like, talk. All right, bye. So yeah, so if you want to support me, no pressure. This is my Cash App. And I'll share other ways that you can support the project that I'm making now. And I'll get to that in a second. But yes, okay. Yes. Benson. Hi, Benson. Hello and good evening. Just tuning in. Welcome. Happy that you're here. Hi. Eternal abundance. I live by parks and love going on the swings. Me too. I mean, now that I've gotten older, I have to do a full swing. Like the little swings, it makes me so nauseated. I don't know what happened, but my equilibrium is like, girl, no. But yeah, I love the swings too. It's my favorite thing. It feels like flying. It's the closest thing to flying. Oh, Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. The misery loves company. Yeah, it does. It does. Benson says so true. Yes. Dana says, living in Florida, my daughter and I go to the beach at least every other week. I'm jealous. Jealous. The salt water is so therapeutic and exfoliate with the sand. Being in nature shows us God's abundance that we can have. I 100% agree. There is something healing about being next to water. I love the water. Love it. Love. And again, I'm jealous. Carla says, girl, I was doing the darn thing. He is always impressed when I get out of my comfort zone, try something new, and getting better with each try. Absolutely. Ended up skating the last song through. I love it. Congrats. That's awesome. Eternal abundance. I wore a tutu and had a guy question me like I was crazy. I also got questioned for wearing a bubble necklace. Too many rules for adults. Absolutely. And who would want to be an adult with all these rules? Y'all doing too much. With all of my autonomy and access and the fact that I get to make my own decisions now, no parent is telling me what I have to do, and you're telling me I can't do what I want to do, it's like, please. Give me a break. And also, what does what I'm wearing have to do with you? Right? Like, what is wearing? If I'm not being obscene, if I'm not exposing myself, anything else, it doesn't matter. One of my favorite things is bright colors. So I'm getting into bright colors because I've always wanted to wear it, but I'm tall. And so I guess I thought in my mind, oh, well, tall women can't wear bright colors. Or if I wear bright colors, I'm going to bring too much attention to myself. Like, I don't want to cause a fuss. But I'm like, no, I love bright colors. So I brought a lime green dress that I'm going to take a photo shoot of myself in. I brought a bright yellow dress. What else? There was like pink and like blue. So like I'm here for it. I'm here for adults being their greatest champion, giving themselves permission to have fun. Because life is too short, and not to be cliche, but life is too short to be worried about what other people thinking about me, what I want to do. And it's not their body. It's not your body. Why are you offended? So yes. Hi, Moving Abroad 2017. I hope you stay on long today. Heading to Trader Joe's. I'm starving. Oh, well, we'll see how long. It's a little it's a little threatening outside. So we're gonna see how long this live goes. But yes, thank you for being here. And I have a meeting at 8:30. So yes. Carla, yes, hearts. Wing Wolf 500. Who else tried to see who could jump the farthest off the swing with their friend? Me. Me. Until my cousin actually broke his leg. Then I was like, these are games I don't want to play. My cousin, I think he jumped off of a swing and I think he broke his leg or dislocated his knee or something. Like, and he was in the hospital. I was like, oh, I'm never doing that again. But yeah. The Dark Knight says, and now if I do something out of the ordinary and people try to embarrass me, I ask them, who are they for me to be embarrassed at? That's the real question. People be so shocked that I don't care. Exactly, right? Because you're not programmed. Like, you've come out of the program, right? You've chosen yourself. You've chosen to be your own individual person. And when people do that, they don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with people who don't care. They don't know what to do with people who choose themselves, who dare break the rules, right? Like, they don't know where to put these people. And so people like to categorize people in places. And if you're an adult, they're gonna be like, adults don't do that. Well, why can't they? Who said? Me and my husband were talking earlier about this too. This idea that things have to be the way that they are because they've always been that way. It's like, what kind of logic is that? We can apply that to anything and it not be true, right? Like, so laws that were put in place, every law is not a good law. And just because it's always been that way doesn't mean that we have to keep doing this. And also like this idea that when we get to a certain age or a certain place in life, that we have to forfeit all of our dreams, that it's not possible anymore. Like, we're teaching kids, dream big, do what you want to do, right? Like, you can be an astronaut and you can be an astrophysicist and you can be a singer, a dancer, a songwriter, whatever it is. And then you turn 18 and they be like, okay, just kidding. Girl, you need to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, it switches so fast. Like, we only have, from what we can understand of dreaming, maybe from like 5 to 18 or 17, really before that, because then you got to start applying for colleges, right? So 5 to like 14 or 13 to dream. And then after that, everybody's like, oh, well, life has to be rigid and hard now. So throw away those dreams that you had and be an adult. Why can't being an adult be me chasing my dreams? Why is it childish to chase my dreams? Why is it childish to dream at 55 years old that I can be an astronaut? I mean, I don't know what the rules are with, that's a bad example. Why can't I choose at 55 to be a dancer or a singer, right? Because I think something physically happens when you're an astronaut, like when you go out into space. So I understand that, right? But like other things, why not? Why can't I? So yeah, anywho, who made these rules and why we got to follow them? That's my question. Yes. Too many rules for adults. Absolutely. Exactly. What's the point of growing up if you can't have fun? Because if I can't have fun, I don't want it. Keep me a kid, okay? You can call me childish all day long. That's fine with me. Girl, wear your tutu. I have some sequin pants that I look fab in. Oh, come on, sequins. Never had a place to wear. I keep saying I'm going to just put them on and go wherever. Absolutely. So to that point, if you're going to the grocery store, going outside, you can put on whatever you want to put on. And like a weird concept, because my husband told me that the other day. Like, I was like, I have all these dresses, but I have nowhere to wear them. And he was like, just wear them around the house. And I was like, what a concept. I want to see myself in this. Why do I have to wait until the world has to see me for me to wear these things? I don't, right? Like, and even if I want to put them on and walk around the house, that's fine too. Again, who made these rules? Why we got to do it? Why? So I love that. Michelle says, take up space, sis. Thank you. Wear that green dress. I definitely will. I love the color. I saw that said, yes, absolutely. And the first question I had, I try to reason with myself, where am I going to wear this? And I'm like, wherever I want to, right? If I want to go with my friends, if I want to go to the grocery store, if I want to take a photo shoot, like wherever I choose to, because I'm an adult. So yes, thank you. Eternal Abundance says, thank you for saying that it isn't their body. It's not. Jamal says, them swing sets were breaking all kinds of kids. Oh my God. Not breaking kids, but it's true. It's true. My cousin was in a cast for a minute and I was like, people can break their legs on the swings? Yes. The Dark Knight says, but I've learned that so many people who try so hard to adhere to these rules secretly want to be free. Speak. That's also partly why I don't get embarrassed, because people end up joining me when I do crazy. Absolutely. Okay. To your point, right? Like, a lot of people are triggered when we choose to break the mold and do something different, and they project onto us. You can't do that. You can't wear that. You can't go there. You can't be this, right? Because in their mind, they believe that they can't, but they have things that they want to do, and somebody told them that they can't do it. So they're trying to put those limitations on you. And I love what you said, because you being free and being yourself sets other people free and gives them permission to be all of themselves. You being unashamed, unapologetic, it frees other people. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful. If only all of us would walk in the truth of who we are, what we like, what we enjoy, all these, we would give so many people permission to do what they want to do. I just think about even with the advent of technology like the internet, right? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, like all these things, we're seeing in real time people living their own dreams. And it kind of gives us a feeling like, if they can do it, then I guess I can do it too. Like we're all waiting for permission. We're waiting for this permission that will never come unless we give ourselves permission. But the closest we can get to that is actually following and seeing people doing their own things, right? So not to put pressure on you, but understand that there are other people probably tied to your freedom too, to you choosing to be you, you choosing to be enamored with life, right? And people are like, dang, I never thought about that, huh? Like, that is awesome. Like, that is amazing, right? Giving them permission to be all themselves, you being yourself frees other people too. So I love that, The Dark Knight. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes. Tanya Turner, thank you. Thank you. Had a lady make sarcastic remarks for wearing flip-flops in cooler... Wait, what? Had a lady make sarcastic remarks for wearing flip-flops in cooler weather? It's strange. I mean, if your toes are worn, what they got to do with her? Like, what? Yeah, it's weird. People love policing people because I really think, like, it's, again, this group mentality, like, no, you can't break the mold. Don't do that. No. You're going to get in trouble for speaking out. You're going to get... Because we're communal people, right? And we think that if we step outside of a boundary or an idea, then we're going to be disowned or, ostracized or judged. And I get it, right? Because we don't want to be those things. We don't want to be ostracized. We don't want to be left out, right? But at some point, it's like, y'all, why are we all believing the same thing? And it's crazy because culturally, like even in sociology, this idea, we're socialized to believe these things. And so we never question them. We're socialized so much that we're just like, that's just how it has to be. The video I made about the American dream, about capitalism and how I'm against it and all these other things. I said what I said. People left comments like, well, girl, if you want to be successful, young lady, you're going to have to suck it up and participate in capitalism and all these things. And I mean, yes, we all do participate in capitalism, obviously. Like, we're here in America. There's no other choice. But like, my criticisms don't mean that I don't participate in it, but I don't agree that capitalism has to be what it is today. That's my thought. So people will say it has to be this way. It always was this way. And I'm like, but why do you believe that? Why do you believe that if we actually cared about our fellow person, we would automatically live in this communist state? Like, how do we get there, right? How do we get to the point where people think that if we're generous, if we give, if we're thoughtful, if we're kind, and do I think that communism is necessarily bad? I have thoughts, complicated thoughts. But either way, like, we're so socialized to believe like, well, it is what it is. It has to be like that. It has to be like this. It's just what it is. And it's just like, we never question why. And I feel like that's to our detriment and to the detriment of everybody else too. So anywho, Cece, thank you. Thank you so much for being so generous again. Thank you. Doubling down. If I hear a message that resonates and touches me, pay it forward. My life hasn't been perfect, but I'm grateful. I love that. And thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It jumped. Okay. The playground before all the safety features added did the same thing. Yes. They had us out here doing anything. Rusty swings and, what do you call it? Rust in the slides. They didn't care about 90s, 80s, 70s. May I even say, kids? They're like, y'all good. Y'all fine. Y'all all right. Put some dirt on that joint. You'll be fine. Now the new swings have like the little rubber, like the rubber stuff on top of it. I don't know. I think it's rubber. To keep the kids' hands from pinching in the swings, all the things we experienced. Y'all ever experienced going down a slide on a hot day in shorts? The worst. The worst. Deep down, they really want to do it too. Absolutely. They absolutely do. Like, they're looking at you. They really admire you. That's the thing. They admire you and they think like, again, I can't be so bold, so you shouldn't be either. And also to your point, The Dark Knight, I also believe that when we choose to break the mold and do our own things, it's almost like we give them permission to do it, right? But now they're held accountable for their decisions. Once we show them that it's possible to do something different, now it's on them to do something different. And people don't like that. People like to be like, oh, well, I can't do it because X, Y, and Z. But when somebody else does it, now it's on us, right? Like, and obviously it's not with every situation. Some people are special cases. But for some things, right? Like, oh, well, they chose to live a different life. They chose freedom. They chose ease. They chose joy. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe I can live a joyful life, but I'm unwilling to do that work to live that joyful life. So instead of doing the thing, I'm just going to criticize them. I feel like that happens too. So I agree with you. Nina says, my grandma is 99 years old and owns a pair of stripper stilettos that light up. Come through. Come through, grandma. I love that. I love that. I would try it. I don't know if my little ankles, I got bad ankles, y'all. I injured myself playing basketball. I landed and my ankle literally went, like if this is my foot, my ankle went, whoop, like I landed on my ankle. So my ankles have never been the same. So I don't trust my ankles for that, but that sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing. Yes, okay. Get it, grandma. Jamile, a swing broke on me while high up in the air during 3rd grade PE. I got a concussion, but I still sit my butt and still swing because I can. Brave of you. And yes, still swing, but I cannot imagine the trauma. I would never trust a swing ever again. Never again. She's always had it, never gave it up. I love that. I love that. And who says that when we get older, we have to give up stuff? Y'all, ageism is so toxic. This idea that when we grow up or when we get older, we have to stop living life. Who said? Or like this idea that like the older you get, you lose value. And it's just like, yo, that's not true. It's literally the opposite. The older you get, the more value you have, because the more experiences you have, the more wisdom you have, right? The more things you have to offer your community. You should be hailed as like a celebrity, as an older person, as an elder in your community. So it's just like, okay, yeah, like 99-year-olds are people. There are people who like things. Imagine that, right? Like they don't want to sit home and do nothing. Some people want to keep living. Let people live. Oh my. Eternal, I love this live. Oh, I'm glad. Hi, Jennifer. I love that. Wearing dresses around the house. Absolutely. Because even when I put on the dress, I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel cute, right? Like I feel like I am somebody because I am, right? I am somebody, but like, you don't have to wait to impress other people to feel good. You don't have to wait, till somebody sees you to look good. Why not look good for yourself? You have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. Why not start with you, right? Like, why not impress yourself? Do it, and do it just because it feels good. Get it, grandma? Absolutely. I've also gone through my clothes because we're moving. I told y'all we're moving into our car. And so I've been getting rid of a lot of clothes and I've been holding on to stuff like, how you hold on to clothes and be like, oh, when I lose weight, then I'll X, Y, and Z. Girl, I ain't lose the weight yet. So we're going to throw those clothes away and I'm going to buy clothes that fit me now, that make me feel good now. And those clothes that were too small reminded me that I wasn't good enough yet, right? Like there is still a goal to get to be good enough. And I don't want anything that gives me that kind of energy in my life. I don't want to be reminded or be lied to that this is the goal. Like this size is the goal. It's like, no, I am goals. I am good enough. I am good enough today. I'm good enough now. So I've been just throwing stuff away, or donating, I should say. And being like, you know what? Thank you for the clothes. Thank you for Alicia, who was thinner. But that's not who I am right now. And that's okay. And obviously, yes, like, do I still have things I want to change? Yeah, absolutely. I'm human, right? But I'm still trying to do the work to remind myself that I am good enough today. I don't have to wait until I lose weight to wear something cute, to be good enough to be seen as valuable. I can wear cute stuff now and I can still look good now. Okay? Let's do it. Yes, Green. Yes. People get challenged by your freedom. Marcus, preach. It's true. That's why they're triggered. That's why they have issues. Because if I'm free and I see somebody else being free, that's not going to bother me at all. I'm going to celebrate that person for being free. Be you, do you. I love that for you, right? Because I'm doing me. But if I'm too busy, like trying to hold myself together, if I'm too busy exerting all this energy, like unnecessarily so, like trying to be like, oh, what do these people think? Like, I don't know. And then somebody dares be like, I don't care what they think. I'm doing me. It's a problem. And again, I know it's triggering for some people, but that bonnet conversation that kept coming up, was it like 2 years ago? And people were like, oh, you can't wear bonnets in public. Why can't I? Why not? Make it make sense. People are going to think that who cares? Am I there for the people or am I here for eggs? Am I here for hair? Talking about beauty supply. Like girls who go to beauty supply, see girls in bonnets, they're probably getting their hair done and it's not done yet and they need more hair. Like that's the conclusion I come to. Or they're doing a deep conditioning, right? And so they need to get the hair done. And so they're here running errands in between time. Like, why are we got to make everything a thing? Adults, calm down. Relax. It's just hair. I get it. Like, I get the idea, the argument that people say like, oh, well, people won't take us seriously. Newsflash, they never did. They never will. And so I'm going to stand in my freedom and all of my humanness. It's almost like Black folks don't get to be human because we're too worried about how other people are going to take us. No, freedom to me looks like doing whatever you want to do when you want to do it. If you're deep conditioning your hair, I shouldn't have to style my hair to go too giant. I shouldn't have to style my hair to go to the hair salon. You see what I'm saying? Like, let these people be free. And people use it as a reason to devalue someone, to say that they're not good enough or they're ghetto trash or they're whatever word you want to use here to support the idea that they don't deserve support, resources, respect. I'm not for any of that. Everybody deserves my respect. I don't care what you're wearing, what you have on. That has nothing to do with your value. And I'm going to treat you just as good as I treat somebody in a suit. What's the difference? Anyway, but yes. Carla says yes to all things beautiful. Yes. Yes, and I agree. Somebody needs you just the way you are. Yes. You got what somebody else needs. I agree. Y'all got you got what I need. I love that. But yes, I love that song. But yes, you have what somebody needs. And when you're filtering yourself and you're like holding yourself together, somebody is missing out on you. Somebody is missing out on the beauty of you because you're too busy worried about what other people think. Meanwhile, the people who really need you, the people who really would respect you and love you and all that you are, they're missing out on you. So it doesn't serve anybody. So I agree. Yes. The Dark Nate. Also, contemplating death has been the main thing setting me free. That's real. That's a sober conversation. I ask myself every day, do I really want to kill my divine missions just so I can look normal in a crumbling racist society? Speak the truth, okay? Speak the truth. Is it worth my life? Is it worth, like, do I really want to kill I love that question. Everybody should write that down. When you're questioning, am I good enough? You should ask yourself, do I really want to kill my divine mission just so I can look normal in a crumbling racist society? Because like I said earlier, they're not going to like you anyway. Some people are just not going to like you. They're going to find any reason not to like you, any reason to say that you're ugly, any reason to say that you're not good enough, any reason to devalue you. Don't you devalue you. You love you. You support you, right? Like, you be your greatest supporter. Like, and stand in that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. And just leave it at that. Oh, please clarify for me what that question means, please. I only want to work 2 days a week. I want to be a social media influencer, an artist. I want lots of time for play and just lounging around with myself and other fun souls. Same, girl. Same. I mean, I don't know if you're a girl. I'm sorry. Same. Eternal abundance. Same. Yeah, I don't want to work hard. I don't like working for work's sake. I don't mind working in a way that is joyous to me, in a way that is beneficial to community, and in a way that supports the life that I want to live. And I'm actually going to do a video about that, about living to work versus working to live. A lot of us are living to work. Like, we think that working is our mission. Working is our purpose in life. And it's not. Like, how it's supposed to be is you're supposed to be working to support the life that you actually want to live. That's how we should be living, right? So if you want to work 2 days a week, I don't see no problem with that. Again, that's a rule that people say, oh, that's lazy. You can't do that. Why not? People do that all the time. Why not work 2 days, right? And rest for the rest of the week. Why not be a social media influencer? People are doing it every single day. We follow them. We see them. They pop up on our feeds. Why not be an artist? Who said you can't do it? I'm here for it. I support you. Jamal says a lot of the wealthiest people don't exactly follow the rules. Ooh, the norm or common mold. Your unique self will help make room for you. That's word. That's scripture. Your gifts will make room for you. You're unique. You are a gift. Your unique quirks, the things that you're drawn to, right? Like the things that you bring to the table, like, and not this toxic conversation about what you bring to the table, but the things you bring to the table, which is you, your personality, who you really are underneath all this like weight of trying to be somebody else, that will make room for you. Like, I'm being myself right now. This is very much who I am, right? Like, and you all are here and you all resonate with that. Like, there's somebody out there who will see what you're doing and be like, dang, I love that. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could all be so simple. Shout out to Marcus. But we rather make it hard, right? Like, shout out to Lauren. Anywho, death always puts things in perspective because it really makes you think about what really matters in this universe. Absolutely. Absolutely. If we really sat with the fact that one day we will not be here, half the stuff that we think we care about, we really don't care about. It's not really important. I love watching older people, like elders in the community and stuff like that, give advice because their perspective is so sober. Their perspective is so mature and it's so clear, right? Like they're very clear on who they are, And they're okay with being in progress and evolving, but they're very clear about what does not matter, right? Because they've lived life, and the things that we think matters at this age right now, the older you get, it don't matter. What people think of you doesn't matter, right? And the things that we think don't matter actually do. So when people, there's this book called The Regrets of the Dying, and there's a lot of regrets, right? And so I think the number one was not living their life or not doing the things they wanted to do. Like on their deathbed, people's regret was not going for the things they wanted to do until it was too late. They regretted not living their life for them. And so we can learn from this. We don't have to experience that. We don't have to wait until we get on our deathbed, so to speak, or become ill or lose everything, right? Again, gratitude, right? We don't have to wait until this time to be able to appreciate what we have or focus on what's really important. Even people work their life away. They miss opportunities. They miss conversations, community, connection, the things that really matter, chasing the wind, chasing dollars. Yes, money is helpful, but money is not everything. And there's another video I'm gonna make called Money is Not the Goal, it is a Tool. Money is a tool to get you to the life that you wanna live. I wanna make money so I have free time with my friends and family, because that's what's really important. Not money for money's sake, like some people literally think about, the first thing they think about is making money. And I'm not talking about people who are traumatized or, living in impoverished conditions. It's obvious why they think about money. That makes sense. But people who have enough, a lot of them think about money all the time. That's all they think about. That's all they think about. People say time is money. That's not true. You can always get more money. You can't get more time. Time is not money. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. That's the stuff that matters. And so I would really say we need to look to our elders for the answers, because we don't have it. We don't have it together. We don't. Sorry, hold on one second. Okay. It's thundering. Okay, celebrate and embrace every moment of life with joy and gratitude. Absolutely. And hi, Elsie. Welcome. Dark Nate, that's a very sobering question. Sort of like memento mori. Okay. Remembering that at some point the story will end. Ooh. Don't waste time. Don't waste it letting someone else write your story. Come through. Yes. Y'all are wise in this chat. I love it. That's why I prioritize joy and spiritual realization while not forgetting responsibilities. Absolutely, yes. Be responsible for sure, right? But yes, prioritize joy. And y'all are on theme. Yes. I love that. They choose ease. I think I did. I have a cheap rent, no car, and work part-time. I haven't wanted too many responsibilities. Absolutely. I don't either, girl. I keep saying girl. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. I don't know. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But yes, I don't want responsibilities either if they're not necessary. I don't want it. Exactly. So many of the people I let write my story at one point are nowhere here keeping me going. Though I do believe in rebirth, death still does cause a big end for a lot of things. Yeah. Just think about, like, when I think about middle school me, I'll do middle school, maybe elementary school. I feel like in elementary school, I was so worried about fitting in. I was so worried about being what they wanted me to be. I don't talk to none of them people no more. Like, literally no one in my elementary school. Let me make sure I'm not lying. No. Not every day anyway. They're not in my circle of friends. They're not really the people that I hang out with. I don't think so. People in elementary school, I don't see, but I was spending all this time trying to be good enough for them, right? And now it don't matter. Their opinions don't matter anymore. One, we've matured, right? So they're not saying the same things they said back then, but also I'm a grown woman now. And I was spending so much time trying to please these people who did not like me, when I should have just been like, okay, y'all don't like me. That's fine. I'm gonna go over here or be by myself, right? Because I like me. Tanya, I'm grateful for you. Real facts. I'm 58 and have worn myself into poor health. I'm sorry. I've been watching your videos and listening to your music. When I wake up, it's You Deserve Ease. Yay! Yes, awesome. Oh, what to give? Oh, so the dollar sign was Cash App, was the Cash App thing. Hold on, let me resend. If you want to give, no pressure. But you can donate here at this link. Paste. Okay. Yes. Okay. Carl said teach. Erica says, have you and Stephanie Perry done a video together? Yes, we have. We actually have done a video together. It was a couple of months ago, maybe 2 months ago, I believe. And we talked about that. We talked about how hustle culture and I don't like that. Black excellence, how I don't like that. How she don't like that. We also talk about RVing and traveling. So yeah, so we did a video together. Absolutely. She's awesome. Shout out to Stephanie. Yay. Elsie says, I'm enjoying, it jumped again. I'm enjoying my best life at my age. I would not trade it for anything. We are more than and good enough today and have always been. Absolutely. People listen to naysayers and live in a state of fear. Absolutely. And on one hand, I get it, right? Like I made the video. I care about what people think, right? But I can't care that much where I don't live my life. If I'm being honest, I do care what people think. And I have to care to be in good relationship with people, right? I have to care about how people react to how I treat them. I have to care about, making sure that what I'm saying is not triggering to them or offensive to them. But I'm not going to not live my life trying to please people, not no more anyway. I spent my whole life doing that. So yes, absolutely. I worked with Iris Apfel when I was a fashion stylist at my former job. She's 100 years old, fashion icon. That's so cool. I think I know who you're talking about. Let me Google her. She's an inspiration. Look her up if you don't know who she is. That name sounds familiar. Let me see. Iris App. Oh, yes. That is the person. First of all, love her. Okay, let me share my screen with y'all because icon, like goals. Okay, let's see. Window. Share. Yes. Let me widen this a little bit. Okay. I'm here for it. All of it. Goals, right? Like, because who said you had to stop caring at an older age? Who made that? Who made that up? I love it. That's beautiful. And I'm jealous that you got to work with her. That sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing. Where'd you go? Okay. My bad. When I said and just leave it at that, I meant do I just want to leave my life? Okay, yes, just being normal in this society. Absolutely, absolutely. A great question. A great question. Hey peeps, don't forget to give this video a like. Oh, thank you, Carla. Thank you. While we are watching, it will feed the YouTube algorithm and notify more people that Alicia's on. That's very true. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Prosperous K, hi. Welcome. I'm so glad I found this tribe. Great minds think alike. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Dark Nate, I'm happy that you're here. Sorry. I ran out of characters to type. Oh, okay. That's all good. I get it. Yeah. Yes, like up the stream. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. What a blessing you got to experience that. I probably would have been so excited. I would have peed my pants. Okay. Same. Like, cause what amazing, what an icon, what a treasure, right? To be able to touch someone, to talk to someone who is 100 years old, y'all, what a gift. What a gift. I just want to sit at her feet and just tell me everything, right? Like, tell me all the things, please. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Oh yes, absolutely. We're going to talk about money. Absolutely. Cause I have thoughts. Let's see. Erica says, I recently switched to a work optional life. After a career built, working lots of hours. It's marvelous. Please tell us more because that sounds amazing. Work optional. I love that. Elsie says, my goal has always been never to live a life of regret. Absolutely. It's never too late to live your best life. I agree. It's never too late. You can choose today. Prioritize joy. Absolutely. That's where I'm going in my life, y'all. This is the next day. The notes I have written down, I'm like talking about joy because that's exactly what I am focused on from here on out. Oh, I really think me, Jamal, and Marcus are the only dudes here. Maybe. We still appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Cafe Hearts. Hi, Cafe Hearts. You're a woman that gets it. Love you, sis. Oh, love you. Thank you. Happy trying. I'm learning and I'm sharing. That's all. I'm just learning and sharing. And I also understand that my thoughts are in progress, and progress, I guess, both. Because yeah, what I say today, I might change that later on, and I'm open to it. Because even what do we say? Great minds think alike. I agree with that. I do. But I also think that great minds sometimes debate each other. And I think sometimes debate is healthy, right? I think sometimes getting a different perspective is healthy and important. And I feel like that aids in growth. And it doesn't mean you have to change your mind, but just being able to consider other examples or experiences, right? I don't have to necessarily make that my experience or my thought, but I'm like, oh, that's something I never considered before. So absolutely, I'm just trying. She taught me about style and fashion. Please teach me. Help. That's awesome though. That's beautiful. Oh, so be you. The Dark Knight, Tanya, glad you're still here to tell your story. Absolutely. Okay, that's me. That's me. If you want to support, you could do that. I'll also share my Patreon later if you want to join that, because in Patreon, we're going to dive deeper into joy, and I'm really excited. I really want to do a joy challenge. More coming up. I'm really excited. So yes, Carla says it was a wonderful video. Yeah. Marcus says, can you pin the donate link? You know what? Smart. Let's see. I think I would have to go into YouTube. Give me one sec. But yes, let me see the next one. Elsie says, my time is my time, like Maxine Waters. Okay. Reclaiming my time. I know that's right. Absolutely. My time is my time, like Maxine Waters. I'm claiming my time. Mama taught me long ago. I love that. I love it. I love it. And the work optional, that sounds amazing. And we should talk because I would love to be able to share your story if you're willing to share. No pressure. No pressure at all. All right, now I'm pulling up my own video in YouTube, and this is like meta. Okay. Cafe Heart says, enjoy every day and every moment, no matter how your life is going. Stop, pause, and look around. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Can you do that? Pin message. Ew. Okay, it should be pinned, I think. All right, I hope it's pinned. I tried. But yes, yeah, so that's what we were talking about earlier, like showing thanks for things, like being silent for a second, like observing, taking everything in, our experiences in, like the things, like really thinking about how our body's working, how we're breathing air in the first place, right? Like thinking about all those things, how the trees give us oxygen, like just the magic, like just the magic of living that we miss out on every single day. Every single day. 100-year-old black men running for me. Oh, it's the 100-year-old black men running for me. I think y'all have. She's fabulous at 100. Yes. Okay. Absolutely fabulous. She is so fly. Yes, she is. And I love it. Just bold, right? Because sadly, the thing is, especially for women, like the older you get, it's like the less you matter to society. Sadly. And it shouldn't be that way, right? I don't believe that that's true. But society looks at older women like, oh, you're no longer, which is not even true to that. Or you're no longer a sexual being. That's not true either. But you're no longer a sexual being, so you have no value. It's very misogynistic. And so, and ageist. And so a lot of people think like, oh, well, you should just mute yourself. You should just be quiet. You should just be, no, I'm trying to be like Iris, okay? Iris is goals. And like, I love the fact that it's like, yo, I love reading the stories again of older people because it's at any age we think like, oh my God, I don't want to get old. And it's like, do you not want to get older? Or is it that you're afraid of how society is going to look at you when you get older? And I had to think about that for myself. Like, is it age that I'm afraid of? No, it's how people look at me, but I don't have to look at me like that. Like, you're going to see me. Okay. You're going to hear me. I got things to say. I got things to show up for. I'm here. I'm going to live every single day of my life until I'm no longer here anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Okay. She's still working. Oh, get it. Okay, thank you. No, I want to give. You've helped me a lot. Never wanted to give before, but I wanted to show appreciation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, there's no pressure, but I really appreciate that. Elsie says, this conversation is so timely and on point. Oh yeah, I'm glad. I love this channel and this tribe. Me too. Y'all are the best. Can't wait for the Joy Challenge. Yay! I'm excited to share. I'm still getting it together. I'm really excited. A joy challenge would be amazing. I agree. Yes, because I want us to live with joy. Jamal says, pinned, awesome. Awesome, okay, good. She taught me never to accept no for an answer. There is always someone that will say yes. I loved it. I loved it. I love that. I love it. Because I love that, right? Because even with all the no's, like again, in this place in life, I shared it in the video before on Sunday. I'm stuttering. I shared that in the video on Sunday that I'm giving myself more chances to win, right? Being okay with no's and rejections and stuff like that, because that means I'm trying, I'm showing up. And that means that I'm one step closer to getting my yes. I'm one step closer to figuring it out. And even if someone says no to me, I'll figure out how to do it myself, right? Like I don't have to wait for you to give me an opportunity. I can do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. Yay. Yes. Thanks, Marcus. Thank you. Great advice. Yes. Glad you and the other, y'all talking to each other. Okay, yes. Reminding me of Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas with appreciating nature. Absolutely, right? Like it seems so like, what do people say? Like frou-frou, or there's some other word that people use or phrase, woo-woo. But it's like, but there is majesty in that, right? Like one thing I love about different cultures is how they appreciate nature, how they appreciate people, how they really see how everything is intertwined, how everything really does support each other. And we lose that, like, that's the sacred feeling of nature, the sacred feeling of people, because we live in a capitalist society where everything has to be monetized. If it's not making money, don't matter. We're willing to kill other things for money, people for money, right? Like, there's nothing, like, sacred here. And so I love that when people, like, even, like, the Colors of the Wind, just like, yeah, please. The color of the wind. In whatever way she meant that, right? Like, I love that. Oop, the light now. I might get off in a second, y'all. There's a recent video of 100-year-old black men running at me. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, absolutely. Come on. I'm 71 and fierce and yeah, I'm about to get off, y'all. And known to not have a filter. I love that. I love that. Goals. Okay? Absolute goals. The Dark Knight says, I'm thankful I took shrooms years ago. I completely changed my life, and thinking that led me to channels like this. Oh yeah, I'm glad that it brought you here. I'm glad. And I have heard that people taking like shrooms and like their mind being open and stuff like that. And I'm interested in researching stuff like that. So that's awesome. Yes, it is. I'm grateful. There are so many limitations with age. Is a woman over 100 in India that plants trees by hand all the time. We can be whoever we want to be. I love that. Because who said that our life has to end when we retire, like from our jobs, when we reach a certain age? Who says that? I don't want to stop living until I stop living, right? Like, I don't want to stop living. I want to live to the day I'm not living no more. You know what I'm saying? So, why I love people 70 and over. Y'all do not care anymore. Okay, goals. I'm trying to get there before I get to 70. I am, but like, listen, I love it. Goals. Yes. No, y'all literally are very supportive of each other, and I love that. The beauty, the love, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yay. All right. The Dark Knight says, eternal abundance, as a personal trainer who studies health, being 100 and healthy really should be the norm. Capitalism just stresses the body so much it throws you out of whack. No, please tell the truth. Please tell the truth, The Dark Knight. So I have a book called The Blue Zone. It's in a box right now because we're moving, but it's called The Blue Zone, and it's talking about different places in the world where people live into their old age well, like living very well for a long time, and things that they have. And I'm still reading it, so I don't have all the information. I'll share it when I get it. But basically, this society, the way that they treat, again, capitalism ruins everything. It ruins everything. Like, it pollutes the water, it pollutes the air, it again topples over people. The healthcare system is horrible. Like, it's just capitalism ruins everything here. And so in these blue zones, in these places in the world where people live long lives and very well, there are things that they do. And so the book is trying to help you live more like that, even if you live here. So granted, no, we won't have the air that they have or the water, but there are things that we can do to be healthy, like walking every day, right? Or planting in gardens, or being in community. There are things that we should eat. Like, so there are like specific things. So yes, I agree. I agree. Yay. Oh, Miss Lorraine. Hi, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Yes. Oh yeah, Ikigai, Japanese for living with purpose. Absolutely. Ikigai. Absolutely. Living with purpose. I love that. Cece says, one of my favorite sayings is, getting older is inevitable, but aging is optional. I love that. And the thing is, like, there's beauty in aging, right? There's beauty in getting older. Like, but it's only here in the West that we're taught that, oh, the older you get, the less value you have. That's silly. That's stupid. It is a beautiful thing to age. It is a gift to age. Some people are not aging, as in like passing away before their time. It is a gift to age. And if only we treasure the people who are aging. We're all aging. Every second we get older, right? Every second we get older. So yes, Carl says nature is our home. Absolutely. I agree. When I go out in nature, y'all, like, I feel so good. Like, it calms my spirit. I feel grounded. I feel like I can breathe, right? My husband has this theory that we're not supposed to be living in these buildings that we live in. Like these, like, you know, think of like New York City, shout out to y'all, no offense. But like, everything is so steel and it's so cold. Like, it's very, like, there's not a lot of green. I mean, there's some green in some areas, but there's not a lot of green. I feel like that's on purpose. But when we get out in green, it calms us. It humbles us, right? We feel abundant, right? We see these beautiful things, but like in the city, you're not able to see that stuff. But nature calms me. The sound of nature, the smell of it, right? The feel of it, dirt, right? Like, there's something healing about all of that. And when we're disconnected from nature, I feel like it disconnects us to our humanity. It disconnects us from like the magic of living. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, life is hard in the city versus like, and obviously in the country there's hard work. But a lot of people who live in the country and do manual labor every single day that is in nature, they live a very long and good life. There's something to that. There is something to that. Okay. The Dark Knight says, not to mention all the poisonous food that pollutes the body. That part is huge. So much food they sell here in America is actually banned in Europe. I agree. Pop-Tarts are banned. I believe it. I believe it 100%. I believe it because the food here is so bad. It's so bad. Capitalism. How can we make the quickest thing without losing profit, right? Like without a lot of work and money. Erica says, absolutely. I'm willing to share more about work optional living. It's basically like retirement, but I still grow my monthly revenue in a relaxed way. Yes. Okay, we gotta talk. Let me put my email here. hello@AliciaRenice.com. Yay. Okay. Oh, have a blessed day, Cafe Hearts. Yes. Teresa says, it's dead in the life. It is in the city. It is dead. And you could see it on people's faces. It's so hard on the body. It's so hard on people. Like I don't know if Maryland is considered, the South don't claim us. I don't know what's going on. We're under the Mason-Dixon line. I don't get it. But when I go to like the city, I'm like, hey, you make eye contact. It's like, hi, how are you doing? Oh, hi, how are you doing? Right? How you doing? Like little things like that. And like people look at you like, girl, why are you talking to me? Ugh. And I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? But yeah, it's just very different. It could just be culture too. I understand that. Also, I got resources for shrooms if you want to know more. I would like to know more. I'm interested to know more. I am. I really am. Even those thunderstorms you're hearing, yes, exactly. It's beautiful, right? It's also humbling and scary. It makes me feel small, which in the grand scheme of the world, I am. But yeah, I feel like I have this irrational fear because again, the people in my family, like my grandmother, my great grandma, if it's thunderstorming, be quiet. Sit down, don't speak, turn off the lights. Right? My mom used to say, take out your hairpins, And so we were taught to fear thunderstorms. So I still have a fear of thunderstorms, the trauma. Same with not being in sunlight, locked up in an office all day. Absolutely. There's nothing natural about that. Or like casinos. Casinos do that on purpose. You don't know what time it is, right? It's all lights and it's just like to keep you distracted and to keep you spending money. So yeah, we need fresh air, fresh light, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, Stephanie, thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate that. I can't see the sticker. Oh, I'll go back and look at the sticker, but thank you so much for your generosity. I really appreciate you. And your name was also on the list of people who supported this project. So thank you. I value the members of my tribes. They range in age and bring so much to the table. I'm richly blessed and always open to learning. I love that. I love it. Thank you. Dana says the sun is setting here in Florida and the sky looks pink and blue cotton candy. It's beautiful. Yes. One of my favorite things are sunsets and sunrises. Gorgeous. Sunrises, sometimes I don't get up early enough to see them. Sunsets, though, are always fascinating. I always think of it's like God's making a painting. I don't know why I'm stuttering. God's making a painting, and every sunset is different. Even though it includes the same colors, it's always different. It's amazing. It's a lot of dark energy out here. Everyone stay safe. Yeah, please stay safe. Hold on, I want to know too. Yes. I fully believe that, but I sleep best when it thunderstorms. I know people like that. I am not one of those people. I am not one of those people, but people can sleep like a rock through a thunderstorm. I wish. You're so welcome. Yes. Carla, I am a few months shy of half 100. Celebrating you. And loving it. That's beautiful, Carla. That's beautiful. The fat hippie chick, yes, this. Some cities have more dark energy than others, yeah. I've been out Hollywood. I could literally feel the demons from the rich people. Wow, very dark place. Honestly, I believe it. There are people who visit places and say that it feels like there's something wrong. Like, you can feel it, right? You can feel the heaviness. You can feel, tangibly. So I believe it. Listen, I believe it. Hey, yes, shout out to you, Carla. Hopefully we can celebrate all together. But all right, so before we wrap up, because I want to get off the computer because it's happening outside. We can always do another live about this, but I am working on my next musical project. I shared this one this morning, but let me get my words. Okay. So I shared one this morning. So I'm making another music project while I'm working on the album. And so if you want to be a part of the project, I have things that you can do if you would like to be a part of it. So of course you can always donate. The link to donate is in the pin. If you want to join the Patreon, let me share that link too. The link for the Patreon. Ooh. Yes, the link for the Patreon is here. Y'all hear it? Okay. Marcus says, same. I listen to rain sounds nightly. A lot of time they're thunderstorms. Yeah, we listen to rain sounds too when we sleep. Then I don't think they're thunderstorms unless I'm wrong, baby. But yeah, It's put you to sleep like a baby. Yes, I played it at work today. Oh, yay. Awesome. I'm glad. So the project this morning that I released was for your morning, like just for morning meditations, calm, quiet, to get you going, to get you feeling like you can do the thing because you can. Because you can. But also, if you want to be a part of this project, I also am making art from your letters. So I'm going to share this link now so it's like I can't talk and do two things at once. Okay. So this link here, the love letter project, I would love to get you all stories so that I can make music for you. But also, if you want to ask me a question, you can ask me a question. It could be a question about anything, or it could be a thought that you have. I would love to make music for you. So if you click that link, it'll bring you to a page. Let me just take you there. All right. Share screen window. Okay, yes, share. Okay. So it'll take you to this page. Oh no, we can't find the page. That's embarrassing. Oh no, here it is. Love letter project. Hold on. Okay. Hi y'all. Welcome to my website. Hey. Let me go back. Welcome. You press welcome, it'll take you there. Love letter project. Oh, let me just put it here. It was the wrong link. Paste. There we go. Okay. So this is the real link. Okay, so it'll bring you here. And so basically, just the overview, all I wanted to do was love on and encourage people using my words and my art and my music. Okay, so if you scroll down, you can leave your name, or you could just put anonymous. You could do that too. You could share your email, and I'll update you with the project, a subject, and you could write a message. So you can write a story, a thought that you have, a question you have about the world, about life in general, love, living, period. And I will write you a letter back, and I will also make music for you. I will write something inspired by what you wrote. So what I write back might be a poem. It might be, I don't know, might be a song. I might take a photo and write a haiku. I'll write something for you. I'll make something for you because you're sharing your story or you're asking a question. And again, if you don't have a story, if you don't know what to say, just ask me something. You can ask me how my day was. You can say, why is the sky blue? You can ask me, I don't know, what'd you eat for lunch? Whatever you want to ask, or, these kind of things. But anyway, so if you want to be a part of this project, I would love that. That would make my heart so happy. And that is the link, aliciarenice.com/loveletters. Okay. So yes. All right. And so going into this next season of life, I'm focusing on joy, prioritizing living in joy. And so I'll be making content around that. In my Patreon, I've actually started brainstorming, okay, I've been asking people forever, what do y'all want from me on Patreon? What do you want from me? And people have been saying, I just want to support you. And I appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. But I'm going to be sharing more about joy there, the joy journey. And so I think I'm going to call the Patreon members the joy journeyers. Y'all, I had it 2 seconds ago. I wrote it down somewhere. But either way, the joy journeyers. And so we're going to journey to joy together. So I'll be sharing videos there, podcast content, challenges, all that good stuff. And here I'll be doing the joy challenge as well. So be on the lookout for that. Also, if you're interested in supporting me, because I'm just going to put it out there, give myself more chances to win if you want to support. I also have a membership on this channel. So underneath this video, it says the Joy Luck Club. Oh, true. That's actually kind of cool. I don't want to appropriate at all. So maybe I'll think of a different name. But either way, under this video, if you're watching on YouTube, there is a button that says join. And, the joyettes. I love it. I think we're going to go with that. Shout out to you, Nina. Ooh, I got to write that down. The joyettes. I love that. Because even this idea of I don't know why. That's a bad example. I was going to say the Ikettes. That's not good. But this idea of people supporting you while you're doing your thing. Y'all are supporting me on Patreon. So the joyettes. I love that. Shout out to you, Nina. So, but yes, what was I saying? Patreon, join if you want to. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a membership button if you want to join on YouTube below. And if you click the join button, you can, there's 2 options. I think one is $2.99 a month and $4.99 a month. You'll be able to get exclusive videos and posts and stuff like that. And yeah, if you want to support me, again, it's no pressure. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you. I see you. I celebrate you. I love you, y'all. live with gratitude. If you're just getting here, go back and watch, because we talk about gratitude. We talk about a lot, but it was all a great conversation. Thank you so much for making room for me, for your support. Thank you so much for loving me. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Hey, yes, I love that. The Joyettes it is. Okay, y'all, the Joyettes. I was literally thinking the same thing. Go off. Hi. Welcome. Yes. Okay. Yes, Alicia and the Joyettes. First of all, I love it. Uh-oh. There's lights flashing in the parking lot. Anyway, but yes, I am going to call it a night. I hope that I will talk to you all soon. We are moving, so hopefully I'll be able to go live on Monday. If not, bear with me, because we're in the process of moving into a car and then into an RV. So it's a lot going on. Okay, but I'll be keeping you updated on Patreon. I'll be sharing videos this week about our move and all that other stuff, and then later on I'll, update everybody with everything. Okay. Yay. All right. Love you all. Have a good evening. Oh, I miss you. I'm going back to, okay, yes, go back and watch. It was really good. It was a great conversation. Yes, love y'all. Have a great night, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.